millions of Kenyans ma to kill ye. I'll never. I can never prove it. Now, you know, William Ruto a problem. No, I mean, when he came into office with a dark crown, you know, he has been associated with too much corruption. So Ruto, so as to get some validation of some sort.
Okay.
Like you only the Muturi wale woko weta make Whitman. Dagera kwa through the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Agera direct kwa Ruto.
Okay. Tareke goli mheshimiwa. So deals sisi onawalega ni siakekire.
Acha. Yake ni ya 1 billion. I stood my ground.
Okay.
Na no horosio ni mura mwa igwa Ruto akiwa have 15 billion trees. Erege. Oro no athirire. No ahorerire. Ici cia chief kiri ona nie emarwajo ekuria bunge ndandikite ndo ndandikire ngiuga biro icio tondu finally we twaiguithania na Ruto ri Kakamega twaiguithanirie okay tondu auga ni arathie twarikia cabinet ni athiega na kuunja micemanio no yaturaga ngari-inĩ iguru na ni endaga guthie gutangatha ni cabinet ni yahetũkia ũhoro wa universal health coverage. We know maheni make. Haya. Tukireka ni atiriri. So that cabinet can discuss, I will sign the cabinet memo subject to na kumicha twauma ku adehere biro icio tondu ndiraugire ni ici ndio consumate. Na tukiguithania okay fine. Tugie na compromise ya muthemba ucio.
Okay.
But you know, after that was the end. Drama kile mwako uyu recently ndio kuleka kwa interview cia IEBC commissioners. There's a lady eta wanga Manegene. She's a lawyer. All irio akiuria maundu mari aneka. I was shocked. I was just watching coincidentally. Akiuga akiena consultants area kite. Adona ni wa draftire those health laws. Kichuga have been vindicated. To duraga jiraga these things itiaumire kwa AG. No adumago no ke nani hema rwada de kile kwa to the clerk. Give me I don't know the origin of those bills.
Okay.
You know tomorrow
Attorney General will take a consultant.
Ngali kaneno yake ya Kedong Ranch.
Yes.
Mugodo wina 11,000 acres.
Yes.
Whether that was Mwakoyu, February, to a cabinet retreat. Area Naivasha, Lake Naivasha Resort. Why ni umwere? Kigwa Alice Wahome, CS wa lunch. Oka jada ke. Ni there wogwite. The ke kai gothukire. Asha. Kigithie gikora big bonfire. Wathuri ni marota mwaki. Makireaga bebe cia gucinwo hau riu ikora hena Ruto Rigiji Professor Ndungu Murukomen PS Kipto PS Nixon Koril riu na nie na Alice ikara hau uguo kiaje kwe horogano twakijira atiriri ngari ikatu kabe ndogire we are going to settle landless people. Kimera hii ni ndari kana kauro kambo the boss yo riure tenda rigo turenda temugura tuonete ha 11,000 acres tenda mugodo ucio tuoe 5,000 acres tuoe Naivasha Inland Container Depot the dry port then 6,000 acres we settle the landless no rigo adwa marajira you become a stumbling block. Alice na Nixon Koril. Kireka around him to prosecute his case. Ale kiare gemera Your Excellency, I find this a bit strange, because I have actually written an advisory to this ministry. I've raised a total of 19 issues. One, OPS is not the CEO of the Settlement Fund Trustee. That's a separate body. he can sit in that body as an official, ex-official, but he is not the accounting officer. He assigned those documents. The documents they brought to me, no was signed. Chairman of the National Land Commission is a member of the board. But the law requires the National Land Commission kuhetokia. Leo amara ugatiriri to mchairman yule chairman yale kuole National Land Commission ya hetokirie. This is an absurdity. 2, 3, gemira settlement fund trustee is prohibited from buying land or acquiring land for any other purpose other than settling the landless.
Na twabe tunyitirira o hau. Tunyitirira hau tuthie break hanini tuyoka hau no tukwambiriria. Na no ri twira maundu ni magicenja cenjirie watuika minister kana kana Aya, getacokererie ndereti tu na tugakena muno nundu wa SMS ni nyingi muno turathie na mbere na kwamukira andu maratwandikira ndumiriri makoiga no turamuthikiriria no turamurumirira he mundu anyandikira oiga geithia muheshimiwa no murie kwani haogopi Subaru waja wa Wanji's collections kuria mwena wa Muthwa ni kuria mwena wa Uthiru Kathoro wa eka ithano ni ndona message yaku actually ni kiuria Jathi wa iria we kuria Fwani hena John Meano guciroria Meano horo wa kiuria sijugia parastatus kiruta kiu Papias Murithi wa Prime Curtains kuria mwena wa Nyeri ni andu ingi muno muthuri etagwo Kigoci we kuria mwena wa Naivasha roiga ngeithie mheshimiwa na ketucokereria ni twakigwa haria mwakinyire handu mukioranirwo na mutongoria ndina ciuria igiri maundu-ini maya actually tutikurekete ndeto na ya mugunda wa Kido no wetu no akora na waiga riu he maundu 19 kwa rekereire atia
uga wohoro ri da merire da merire SFT ri digigura mugunda utari wa ku resettle squatters ko that portion ya Girithano yeo na Naivasha inland container it yari against the law koguo no nige makiare ake tugicokanire hau nginya ngina mukomene wakire ndego ndamurage inyue we tonjuru ndamurie we wakiri koretwo gi practice watho na njira iriku ati thirikari ikabuja watho so gemera I stood my ground gemera adwa no nginya mathi ma comply na my 19 points agawe ko guore ni ndi kuhetokia no hare ha SFT kura 5,000 acres re gemera that's a function ya treasury kan meko yana beja so na SFT na matiari na abia that was the other issue
okay
na no kwaje procurement mutari na abia mutari na plan so the wohoro gira president ndidaigwa uru muno utuika ati advisory opinion ya AG no etuike the subject of discussion of around fire ati au tugota mwaki no ado makiriaga bebe cia cia jino ati riwe tuike opinion ya AG no iriaririo ta hau uguo ngimwira ni that a great exception ya February mwaka uyu
okay
steward ario AG niguo hasha ni mwaka muthiru
okay tareke jurie tohe kiuria kiorio mihuri iria twaiguire anga mihuri anga ne arutwo ngakune atwaro icio yathire atia nayo ni marehete watho bill no bill ni yahuriwo kuria bunge yes
tondu mageria gwikira thini wa watho wa National Government Coordination Act ino no watho ini ucio no mekirire wabici ya Head of Public Service
okay
ni wabici tari ku thini wa katiba na ndabwite niki okiambiriria ndabwite mundu ucio ndagi gukorwo mucemanio-ini wa cabinet
okay
tiga no etirwo okiaria kaundu karenda kwirwo no ndagituika permanent feature na ndabwite nginya ona acio angi matiagirwo woka te permanently no ka mundu etirwo na niguo watho ugaga on a need basis riu na watho wa public seal within wa watho witagwo Office of the Attorney General Act chapter 6A section 28 ne ugaga the Attorney General shall be the custodian of the public seal na yo ndiri yachinjio nginya umuthi uyu uthu ni njui in practice ya moni bunge ni arehe thina ri ni metigirire though subsequently machokire kuoya riu ni omena
kogo
muhuri wena Felix Kosgei ona ugienda kumenya ri raidi ya marekira seal ya marasa ina biro haria ucio ti wira wa president public seal traditionally iria wikirwo ni Attorney General no riu tondu aya ni mikora Felix Kosgei na Ruto ri to ni mikora matiendaga kurumira watho mendaga riu ati president ningi Ruto ni endete drama kiria kuhurwo bicha gikatuma ona gwicia the next thing twatha kumuona ake hata kioro onigetha oneke ni aruta wira tondu ni endete tumaundu tutari na maana public seal the president has no business ukorwo ati ni mora ati gwicia ni muonete ati agikro uguo agathiururuki uguo ati ni ekira eturaga guku ni moire
tareke wathi minister tondu waigona Attorney General ti haria wendaga no wake tindikiririo no ingira Attorney General wathi minister mbere no waiguire waiganira ri no wake na finally he handu haria wendaga thini wa executive na maundu ni macokire gukorwo me tofauti
akejuge kwanza ndambire kwa Ruto ri atufutire mweri 11 Julai na mweri 10 twari nake githi kumwira atiriri ena andu ma complain investors meda ku invest na Lapset corridor na gutire ndururu ya thirikari medaga kuheo authority majie the initial steps no mandikite marua magaikara kwa Murkomen mieri 8 so muthenya ucio twathia ngira Ruto ni ndiareirwo this complaint na andu acio ni maneanite this is their proposal mweri 10 July na akihuri Ruto akirathima akihurira Murkomen ari thiini wa mucemanio wa kamiti imwe ya Senate akirwo uhoro ucio ajethe tundamwiraga atiriri proposal ya andu aya ri marathondeka Ramu iko ya city manufacturing city Isiolo another manufacturing city na Moyale kimwira na andu aya ri na twina thina wa besha as a government ri this is a very good proposal unagiko ina any issues ya ku resolve ore ni uru muno mundu ni andikite marua na ni investor na ndaracokerio mieri 8 kimira uri urati ndogithiuruka na ku America ukiuga ati mweka road show na Meg Whitman timukiuga Kenya uri ikuru kwa investment andu moka makandika marua igaikara mieri 8 ndori racokerio na ngimwira president ni iri ndathire ofisi ya Attorney General he marua ndakorire igiciokio nyandikirwo ni draftitwo ni Solicitor General akirifa tu marua mandikitwo June ngimucokeria ngimwira change andika ajiriria atiriri I acknowledge receipt of your letter but I apologize for the late reply todo that's how you instill discipline na good manners good conscience mundu agikwandikira marua manine mweri umwe gwaku na ndu ra acknowledge receipt kana ona utume reply so undu wa mbere ngira twarikia riu mweri 10 11 twatindire kuria Kenya School of Government na function na Musalia na other CSs ndauma kuure ndokire ha nigo ndonire ati Ruto ne kuona press conference igitirio ni ambire gitira kidogo muthenya ucio riu later in the evening ri ko Kenyans no maririkane Ruto ni struggle muno kuga ni dismiss cabinet including the Attorney General under Section 12 of the Office of the Attorney General Act. Of course, nidamenyire kile gyatuma a struggle niamenyaga ni kwetia hitia. So the next day or two akihurira thimu rareo akimwira riu we no ikite mahitia. You have no authority to dismiss the Attorney General in the way you did. If you wanted to dismiss the Attorney General, you are supposed to appoint a tribunal. Nigo watho rauga. Nigetha investigate you get the mundu ni incompetent ugo litachoka kuga. Mundu ni corrupt, mundu ni bankrupt, mundu ni muthuku mutwe, infirmity of body or mind. Cannot this person has breached any provision of the Constitution or any other law. Okay. Those are the 5 grounds. Na kimera nigo watho rauga section 11. Na menya rutu akijere wewe JB no mai mambo yako ya sheria nayo nini kimera I'm telling you. Na kimera daigwa some civil society groups that they go tine. They will before the end of a week. Nio kiria ke holire mobatha agithaitha kijira ndimuthondekere nyamu proper. If Kenyans can remember, aigo deoni ona anga magoti na mama itu ni mena yuraithi muno. There was a Kenya Gazette yaumire dated 12th of July. Areuga he has dismissed.
Okay, yes.
This a Gazette notice of the same number, volume, kila kitu. But I know the date of that Gazette notice was 18th of July. And the more I need, the more there are details. Details you there na ni horwama. Maavire makeruta ere marudete 12th they superimposed in wege. Na nikyo igotini kware na Gazette igiri. Todo arwale mathire igotini ni moirere ya mbere. No ru state council wathire ku defend case ri okire akiuga ati iyo tio ino ege superimpose. But it bears the same date. Okay. Ni ukora ni rutu ende cooperate na njira cia muthemba ucio maheni ki ngiru ono matari woro kiurie no ugia atiriri mundu uyu wakire igoti-ini na Kenya Gazette ino dated 12 ni gwithondekera thondekeire na ningi in fairness andu ni monire ruto akiaria akiuga I've dismissed the entire cabinet including the Attorney General under Section 12. Kogu ara mathire igoti-ini mathire on the basis ya the original statement ya president na Kenya Gazette. Okay. No we no gire go sheju ya shejirio. No nikine ugo ni rutu a operataga. Kogu ole okojorete kana dathi guko
ni ministry
to ni no igoro ni ajira ndi muteithie. Na niki mwe akeguteithie. Ugirora riu yo akeriri irauga I resigned. I resigned as the Attorney General. Igora mwire ugo no iguteithia. Tondu ndugifuta ugo renda gutua.
No do resign it in
previously ndi resign it. Okay. Ndamwire riu ura igiguteithia ri. Ni ni nduike ndi resign. Okay. Akejira okejb.
So atiri marwa maku ma ku resign.
No riu ngimwira doksia riu tutiakiande twandikire. Agimwira nawe no nginya receive.
No tuigwa ngani andu ni mandikaga marwa magatigia date.
Aja ni ndamwire atiri date iriko. Nie muthenya ucio nigu ajira ru thondekere nigu ndandikire. Okay. Na ngimwira nawe no nginya yandikire mage mako acknowledge receipt of my letter and the acceptance of my resignation. Okay. Ruto ni undu atendaga maundu mahario niko no igire ka mundu getagwo Murkomen kiuga muthenya ungi ati anga Muturi ni arari ati ndiarari ki government secret. Icho ti secret. This is public information. Magirie kuule marorere ni mekuona marwa macio.
Okay.
No ni geto
so what the ministry maundu ni ma
can you get that the ministry I must pay credit to Adora Makoro within our public service. We have very, very good brains which are there. But in a number of occasions, terribly, underutilized. Na nige magatuika bypassed in a lot of decisions yiweko. I must say I really enjoyed working with the people I found at the Ministry of Public Service.
Okay.
Ikiwa yakawa yori, you are dealing with maundu makonie standards of operating procedure.
Okay.
Gikora tariu katiba ni yugite in Article 235 no nginya gukorwo na a standard law which allows us national standards ikatumika thiini wa county government na if that law is passed, I drafted the bill it is said twatũmire bunge ndiũĩ kana mekuo niona makirugaruga all over ndikiũĩ kana nimekubuatĩrĩra because we also said niturenda kuloa the wage bill as a percentage of the GDP you get to that 5%. This was one of the ways. Na thiini wa county government andu matige kuthie devolution ndio kile athe guthie kwandikana yari ya gutwara services to the people.
So ministry are better.
Ministry tondu ndukiru dia kira maundu macio maingi muno riu koguo ruto ndakiri na kaundu ahoti agithumbura nako ni twacemagio cabinet na maundu no mega marathi na mbere ni ku push policies cia internship ki maundu ma mithemba iyo maundu mutagiko mutigiko andu mukugucania nake
mwana waku akinyitwo migwata wari o thirikari-ini how those you watumire how did you feel that we thirikari-ini na mwana waku ni anyitwo migwate
in fact ndari age
no thirikari o iria uratungata
ndari age yo hindi yo
yes
and I remember automatic member of the National Security Council.
Yes.
So orosho no ndaigire wa makia muno. Tondu ndarigirwo kana ndiaruta wira na mikora kana niki. Tondu ora ndandikire statement yakwa ri. Ndahurwo thimu waini ucio ndagwiririe guthi gwetha andu aingi muno KAMEME uria wari AG tondu ari member wa National Security Council ngigeria kuhurira Nuruddin ni member wa Security Council ndoire na gwiciria kuma hindi iyo tuthie twaria na Nuruddin no ni ndamenya tondu you see Nuruddin eka undu oi nyamu cia omiti tu twaigira thirikari-ini ri ndui kwari na kaundu gokire ka delegation gatwikire ga guthie Italy guthie ku negotiate uro wa Arol Kimwarel.
Yes.
Nuruddin ni andu mete ka mesi akaja no urari delegation ya guthie na ku na akijira to ndone mekira Solicitor General Ogeto na ndamerete Ogeto ni ndiona ta ena maundu maingi muno to ndathomete fairo yo muno akona ina ino kora muingi no Nuruddin akajira ri ari DPP akajira ndikamakene wa gukorwo end of delegation but ona njirite uguo ri he marwa yacokire kwandikirwo ni Felix Kosgei kujira ati Adil Kawanja ni uradi delegation ya thirikari guthie ku negotiate uro wa damu icio wa Roland Kimwarel and wa mere ku thirikari hit more than 40 close to 40 billion na digwecia eno ndugakika Arol kwanza ni hadu kona ini from the report technical report by the engineers and others everybody eka container gekirirwo container 20 foot container that's the 1% but we have paid I think close to 20 billion
container ne kotoleheire
Kimwarel report ira yekuo ginya very technical people iona nirie do mutingi akadamu kuto kwena fault twende ino ari tuvari kwena fault ikiuga gutingi akadamu niturihite more than 10 billion iyo Kimwarel kudu gutagiakika riu ri niona ndanagerio thie iyo kujuragia maundu mamwe ni kuriganirwo riu niire ndanagerio ngirwo thie Italy ati tuka negotiate uri gimerasha makageria Nuruddin magathondeka na Ogeto hindi yo mauma na ku ati kunyandika ku draftira marwa thi njuke njaine ya ku-advise Nurdin a withdraw case against those Italians. Ngimwita ngimuthomera muno ugeto. Na ngimuria we nyui murathire na kou. Murathi na DPP mwenyewe. Under the law, under the constitution, he does not require the advice or counsel of anybody to take a decision one way or other in a criminal prosecution. Ni power yake. What is this you are doing? Giona adwa kumaga tenere. Kwa na intention ya kujikia mutego. No magikiremo. So abduction is yo kali. Giulia Nuldi nende amenya background yo yothe. Nende amenya mundu uyu ari o kaundu ni akorona kaundu nani. Gigeria kuhura kuguothe nginya kidiki the next day arahurira kangamwira era Nuldin arekie mwanake wakwa. Akanjira chatiwe nindaria nake tiwe. Ngamwira nie ndire muguruki. Tonda hetwo report.
Why information?
Ndena information ni mundu waku. Eyo niece. Akanjira dia gutiroge kundu kungi ni ithue.
Okay.
Riu giri wodera kidiki. Tia gutiroge ukijira ati agatiwe. That is nonsense. Na ko tiwe ri na ni waria nake ri. Niki atharo ya thimu ciakwa. Kuma hwae. Ayo ndamenyire komere, kome ndare undu woye. Uri wale ya AG.
Yes.
Ucio muthe ndare undu ndare kindu amenyaga kira kirathi na mbere. Mundu mothe mekagwo ni Said Kiprotich uyu wa ATPU na Nurdin Haji na William Ruto. So nyiri adaigwirano gane maundu macio maheni macio ri ndio ndiuga ndonire ndege cia presidency umete Nyandarua. Ona dieri no kwira nderi andu atwari nao. Let me give me a minute. Goya gari. I drove myself. Guku. Guka. Twarugamite nake hau ngimwira akijira kega ngimwira ndunathoma message yakwa akijira thimu yake ni gukurapchira ira crash ri. Agita mwanake ucio ri agiuka akima no uhure no ndu receive message. Kugikiwa no sawa ngimere ko urira Nurdin. Ewe na mwana wakwa.
Okay.
Na akimuhurira twi nake turugamite hau. Yu andu bakiuga ati yu kamundu gake getagwo Mutai Ngunyi. Kamundu kage kamundu very useless. Ni gun for hire. Kare just like
okay.
Anyway, no ni gere ni akiuga ati mundu aikora ikarete na kuwa akaigurira kurarua ati twarugamite na Ruto hau nja haria ja na ferade yake ria ya pavilion twari nake hau next to each other. Uria Nurdin araria nie ni ndaigua. Yes sir, you'll be released in the next 1 hour. Ruto rogoja ya simesikia. Akijaribu gutheka akija hii ni ujinga ingine sasa hakuna haja mtu anashika hata mtoto ya Bungei alikuwa kwa hiyo maandamano hata Kiunjuri huyo mnaona anatoka hapa hata mtoto yake alikuwa Felix Kosgei mtoto ya dada yake alikuwa kwa hiyo Gemira by the way my son was not involved
actually kupata kule kama mwana wako ni maandamano
Gemira he has never been involved in those things. You know, now unlike those ones, you rauga. Ushio Dali is not in that category. He never participated in those things. He does not even get involved.
But President Negwire sorry ate.
Asha dioni sorry. Eda menyire me hamwe. Ogwo atajuri atiriri. How do you know? You know marumodo ogira modo tudamwire uria Nurdin. Neki atajiri ahore Inspector General. Kana hurire DCI tona onaamini ndo yaga thimu ciakwa ndamwire hurira Nurdin na no wahurire ndahurire ungi koguo what does that show? The president was part and parcel of that thing. Koguo maundu ma abductions na ki maundu macio mothe eri he is deeply involved.
Ne guthondeketwo thondekero gametio ni igoti kamiti no ya members 18 ira tuikane ya
compensation like a framework.
Yes.
But the framework for compensation is already there in the Kenya National Commission on Human Rights Act, na Victim Protection Act. That framework already exists. Ruto niriku. But suffice to say, Ruto has no regard for the law. na ndiathikiriirie Makawa Mutu akiaria uhoro ucio last week handu TV-ini yarora he was just cutting around ndaenda kwaria uhoro uria arorio tondu riri ndungiuga ati kwina andu akuma Kenya National Commission on Human Rights they know that Movers body appointed by Ruto. Why are you taking members from the organization which is established by Article 59 of the Constitution, and it has that mandate? Why are you not following the victims? They must, first of all, victims are known, but we don't get to through a court process, a judicial process. You go establish your trade. No ekrio. Acho mara kule huole. Marari wona beda cia igoti ya kunani re. Ni thirikari rete kira mahitia. Nago ni thirikari rete kira mahitia re. Acio no mekiri oguo re. Mere ino thirikari re. Nia. Have they been taken through igoti? Ile la moneke mena mahitia. Na matuiki atirire. Okay, adwa tondu ni aruti ya wira thirikari to ya mahitia mao nikyo turoga ku compensate. Nikyo turoga kuriha. Twethikira which would mean thirikari ikoni etikira ri nikuona ni aruti ya wira uriku. Okay. Na ni uru muno gutari process ya guthi through igoti no wega kuriha. It was just a way of just to atone for mistakes which have been done.
Yes.
No nige system ya Ruto arenda kuhuthira ni akuhuba andu maitho. Ore okire guku akuite Biblia mwathani agocwo ki Ngai ni mwega I agree with Wamunyoro arauga atiriri yari hiti ehubite rwa ng'ondu.
So
it's the same thing, you know, in this kind of compensation. That's what he is trying to suppress. Na hirire maundu macio gutigatuike mundu na mahitia muthigari ucio othire agithia kiratha mwana kiri. Why not first of all get him uria wathire akiabduct ire no todo tarure they no abductions ire hena aciari matiri nyo muthe uciana cia utari cioneka muciari ucio uri urauga ni waka kumucompensate ni kumwira mwana niwe woire kana urauga atia kuga ni wathi ati framework ya compensation mwana ciana icio itari roneka cioneka nginya muthe uyu uri ura compensate aciari yao na njirere ku urauga ni gwitikira uretikira mahitia ango ni gwitikira uretikira mahitia ri ndugiria aciari mathi igotire mathitange thirikari tondu ndugiuga no hari compensate andu na nduretikira mahitia.
So mwana waku no uroiga weciragia anyititwo migate no ndwaitwo political?
I think it was political. No no maybe political but ura ndacokire kuona ri tondu ndoragia na twaikaria kahinda kanene muno ngiragwo is an investigation ngimera by the way ine mwenye ndaruta wira igoti-ini for 15 years. You mukejira under investigation 6 months down the road. I don't believe. Niki no now mweke statement mwandikite cia now. Nurdin nali andika statement kuga uria Muturi augire kana maundu macio mothe me ku ni mama heni. Ruto ni andikite instead Ruto ni guthi kwaja kunuma mbere ya andu ati ki ona akere mwanake munini no turumane muno agenda tukinye hau no riu ri at leadership level we need the quorum atiri fata wa kwaja kuhithirira maundu ngindo ni atiriri Gatonye this thing ni kaundu gekagwo gakunjira ndurendekana thirikari-ini ino. That was my interpretation.
Haya, tareke tucenjie hanini twarie horo wa gicigo kia Mount Kenya na maundu maria meho twambiririe na Mbere North hena githurano kiroka kia obunge gicigo kia Mbere North. Yes, how important
niyo yeta was ciakagwo tene.
Yes. Actually kuria warugamagira MP githurano giki ni kia bata uhana atia kuri mung'ethaniro?
Githurano kiena bata muingi muno twendera kuonania twendera kumenya kana mwananchi wa kawaida ni ahotete kumenya ati thirikari ira ikuo ni akumunyanyasa ni kumuhatirira muhatiriria. So that is the long and short.
Okay.
Thirikari ya maheni ya kuhatiriria mwananchi wa kawaida na maundu matari kuria mari. Koguo by election ni very very important to the opposition.
Okay. So mogiaga kuhotana, the reverse will be true.
The reverse will be true, that we have not the mwananchi that are the kiogu. And of course, I believe in the majority will have their way.
Okay.
And the minority will have their say. It is up to us to do our best kuhakikisha nitwahotana. Na tuli wahule no nyende gucokeria Rigathi Rigiji ngatho. Contrary to already only andu age analyst age makiari oguo matari matoye the truth ri Rigiji okire agita andu anake acio mari kuo akiama giake akimera tondu we have decided as the opposition we will get one candidate. Nearly there that we get something scientific. He commissioned a group. I have the report. Mageka opinion poll. But I also knew. I mean, as far as I know, the way she had anybody who is ahead of my candidate, Newton Karish. Mageka. The results came out. I don't know. Do you know how they work that poll?
Okay.
But they were commissioned by Rigiji. Now Rigiji, I report. We cannot refuse to agree with science. This is the result.
Okay.
It is true. We cannot kurugamia andu eri. Then it will mean that to kahurane, which is not right. But on the other hand, I must thank him. He persuaded his people, his members of the party, that given these polls, let us support the candidate presented by the Democratic Party.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
For which I thank him. So would be pulling in different direction. My friend Moses Kuria, na kama kaketa kwa chama cha kazi, ni araumiria. Chama cha kazi is still a coalition partner in the Kenya Kwanza.
Okay.
Kwa huo chama cha kazi na UDA mehamwe. Ureri urasa boto ni Moses Kuria ni odu monore urasa boto ni UDA. Ito ni makiri in the same coalition.
Okay.
So ashio meme matiri mwena witu. Ashio meme mwena wa thirikari.
Okay.
If we with my candidate, we are the people who are in the opposition.
Jubilee Toronto.
Na Jubilee ndio
na Kenaro gamia modo. We've seen the posters.
Ona hena modo ndio ni kweli. No dimuwe. Die damu igwa. That's why I'm not counting him.
Information area to unless go say no as at now. Information area na Jubilee
in a candidate.
Ndio
ni poster. But they daro rale modosho dimuwe. Die damu ona.
Okay.
So I don't know how utiaga andu amuthemba ucio. Those kind of candidates are always available.
Ratwiratia agekorwo Jubilee for now in a candidate. He noga kuregesejia. Ratwiratia about unity opposition.
I don't think whether that candidate has been brought officially. We sit with
not that Raka no still, that Raka no officially.
That Raka no officially. Nionete an attempt to do that. Nionete. Kaposta karadikito ni one of the officials. Nionete, but well, the person who attends our meetings on behalf of Jubilee is the chairman, Saito Torome
Okay.
Did I work you na candidates?
Okay.
No ne joe ocio candidate nderirwo agionio bisha ni arojirwo ni Kioni SG wa kiama kiu mari andu atathati handu na andu gicagi na hau nio marugamite riu so I assumed the usual drama cia Kioni na ku
mweta united opposition
no marugamia ri ati thina ati tutiguko twina thina
mwe united opposition Kioni ni mukoragwo mwe hamwe ni mukona grutano
no he's not a member of the group that meets.
He's in the SG.
It's the SG so we don't invite the SGs.
Okay.
Kugo he ne ke koragwo na ku no na no maybe that's why akiri kurugamia mundu na ku.
Okay.
But I'm hoping because the Jubilee Mania on 26th their neck of this month maybe nimaka ke discuss horosho.
Okay.
More what to do.
Gite giki giakirio kia DP uria waikarire gite giki riu ni minister
Iruku
egukorwo agika na no member hihi wa DP I don't know
no member wa DP tondu katiba ri ndikugiritie gukorwo we member wa kiama ndikugiritie gukorwo we official
no egukorwo agika campaign against
ona areka muno ona he maitia maingi manene muno areka uthu ndagire tondu ni mwanake munyinyi maybe only the general ni akarora maundu macio tondu kuma hindi atuikire minister ri ni akoretwo akipreside functions nyingi muno cia CDF makiuga ni maraheana mbeca cia mathukuru basari kiki riu ona ginya candidate wao riu ko ici ni arathie micemanio ya committee cia CDF na kugicagi which is no riu ni I'm above that. Digiri kutira ngihura na tumaru twa muthemba ucio.
Mheshimiwa we party leader na he mumemba wa kiama giaku urahuranira mugaru na interest ya kiama giaku actually arenda utigirira kiama giaku candidate wa murugamitie de kuoya giti kiria kikoretwo gikia DP ungiuga ati horo ucio actually ke Julia directly gwataniro yanyu na mheshimiwa ruku ihana ati ni undu wa maundu maya mothe
tutire twakorwo hamwe nake kuma maybe early this year ni ndonire behavior majia kuma muthenya wa mathiko ma mwanake wa Lenny Kivuti on 2nd of December last year ndajie kuona behavior tondu hau twaikarite ri ndonaga akihura thimu akarugama ndamenyire kana ndamenyire ahuragira Kindiki na that was on a Friday. Sunday magikoro na mucemanio kuu na area icio cia na kuu gicagi somewhere they hurriedly convened the evangelical churches magicira magithie kuruma na marumanaga hau no but riu no korwo na onge mundu in a party you have a renegade and no by the way Roko by now he might not even be a member of DP. It is his right to even withdraw. By the way, adi ndashaka kana hii no me baginyo mothe uyu. Toru adi cabinet he doesn't have to belong to a party.
Okay.
He can actually be without a party. Na ni possible akwa timo member wito mothe uyu. Toru DP kwanza ni yaumire officially from long before I left the government. DP ni adikete marwa. I think actually just about that time adikete marwa I think on the 15th of March kuithirwo kuma coalition ya Kenya Kwanza koguo ona no akorwo ni aumire na it's not a problem Ruko ni ageretie kurugama kuria ona 2017 no ni damo sponsored nenda gitikia senator agithia kihotwo ni nduiga nominations akiruga hau agithie kia mujumbe akihotwo ni Njagagua ewe de no ri something very interesting Gatonye Ruto ahurire thimu ni kana dathiega rigukwira dathiega around Mount Kenya dathiega mucemanio uthaya akihurira ndi njira-ini akinjira riu mundu ni ukitwa nake URP no riu ni njui ndangihotana no tondu twakorwo twi hamwe hare muico ri arenda guthukia nominations cia UDA andu athie agathukie ri twike ithurano igiri ri ndukimuhe titi kimundu athie akagwira na kuria mbere general election ngimwe ati thina we mwire to ni murata wakwa ri mwire no twarie
Okay.
but twarie ri I decided one thing. Ruto, I want to prove you can go prove Ruto wrong. Na gira ndo ke akana ke akwa maigire kuria gicagi mekire ruko campaign.
Okay.
And that's how Ruko won. You not have won. Tondu na thini wa campaign tio micemania twekaga joint. Ona Ruto eko Ruto ndera kumuhe nafasi ya kwaria.